Truth is, we're more important than these landlords. Don't ever think anything other than that. So part of that psychology, if you will, is we don't set dates. We don't set times. We don't say we're going to call you on a certain day or time. Just get the number. You might let him know what my wireless number is so he knows that the call is coming in, because we do want to get this done. Why was this place shut down?
It was a shithole. The whole unit in this part of town it's the Compton of the small city. It was where all the deaths were occurring. It was where all the crime was occurring. Everything in the whole strip mall had went out of business, but the pawn shop eventually opened and the beauty shop remained. And other than that, everything else in this huge, probably 20 store strip mall had gone out, and all the properties around it have, chains over the doors, bars over the windows, have the roll down canopies that cover the front of the place.
Okay.
Just
now,
that place.
This is old equipment, and what they've done with epoxy flooring and painting the walls, none of that is going to make money. That has nothing to do with a successful store. You didn't talk any terms with him regarding long-term leases or any of that?
Told him I was interested in a long-term lease if I was going to do it.
All right, let's call him up. You can mute your phone. Be
equipment.
prepared to take good notes. Here we go.
Yes, sir.
Make me nervous when you call me that.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, sir. My name's Danny. You just spoke to my partner about a space for lease.
This is Wadir. Who's
Wadir.
your partner?
Hi, Wadir.
Yes, sir.
Chris Alexander. We looked at the laundromat space.
Oh, the laundromat. Okay.
Absolutely. Wadir, I want to lease that space from you for 15 years and put some new equipment in there and make a go of it. Been doing laundromats for 15 years. I know a little bit of something about them. And if the rent isn't crazy and you're not crazy, maybe we can talk terms.
We have a lot of existing laundry right now there.
That's what I'm calling about, my friend. I'm calling about the laundromat.
Okay. I'm saying we have equipment there. That's why I was trying to find somebody to rent it for $4,000 because we already have equipment there.
So you can have the equipment. What I want to do is get you back to landlording. That equipment is junk. It's extremely old. I don't need it. I'm only calling about the infrastructure. This could be a very quick conversation. I don't want to make any assumptions what you spent on the laundromat, if anything. If you got the laundromat for free, that's your business. But I'm not going to provide you an additional stipend because I need to retool the store. I need to put new equipment in. How many laundromats do you run?
All right. Well, what you willing to give rent?
Well, first I want to make sure we understand one another, that I'm not buying a business.
Okay.
Okay. So on a 15-year term, what's your rate of rent? What is your ask?
To be honest with you, if it's less than $3,500,
please be honest.
Let it go. Yeah, if it's less than $3,500, I will not let it go.
Wadir, do you own that building?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you've got a strip mall with almost no tenants whatsoever. And how big is the laundromat space?
We got 6 tenants here.
Yeah, you're doing well. You're bringing it back. It's a 2,000 square foot location. Is that right?
A little over 2,000. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I want to part either as friends or I want to do business with you. So let me explain. Do you know why I'm calling you? Do you know why we wanted to tour the space?
Okay.
Do you know why we wanted to tour the space?
Why?
So you don't know?
No.
The infrastructure, the gas, water, and electric, not the equipment, not the non-existent goodwill because this store is closed. I've been doing laundries for 15 years in 3 states. So I can pay 80 cents a square foot to begin with. Why? Because I need to spend the money on washers and dryers. It's 2,000 square feet. it'll be close to $200,000 in new equipment. We put in contract attendants. We run the stores 24/7. We become the police of your center. We use Alexa systems, the same as we have in our houses. We run smart stores. But the rent has to be commensurate. $3,500 is wonderful. If you can put a national chain or a Walmart in there, God bless you. I can't survive at that. I can get close to $1 a square foot at the end of year 5, but I can't start there. We went from 4,000, pardon me?
That's fine, because I'm trying to run it myself.
Okay.
If I cannot get 35.
You run it yourself, and I'll call you in 12 months when you've given up, and we will talk lease terms, my friend. Keep my number.
All right.
God bless.
All right, you got it.
Why is it a bad thing, Chris, that you spoke to him?
Well, I had to speak with him so that I could get his phone number.
I'm not arguing with you.
No one could give me his phone number.
I'm not arguing with you. It's not an argument.
The bad thing was that he thought I wanted it too badly.
Okay. Did he see that in your eyes, or what was the story?
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, he's got, here's some chump coming up. I'm going to sell him a bill of goods, tell him, sign here, and you've got a laundromat business, and you're going to make thousands of dollars your first week.
I want to say this so that the cheap seats can hear it. I appreciate your saying that. I really do. I do. Because just about every single client of mine, student, if you will, of mine, they are very excited about getting into laundromats, especially their first store, right? And that's
we're all chumps to those guys. Yeah.
Well, I'm not saying that, but that's how mistakes are made. And I implore you, it's a chapter in my course. Don't talk to the landlord. I understand you had to get his number, but there's always another methodology to provide that cell phone number, to find his contact number, to find his place of business, etc. And even if you have to do a face-to-face, in order to squeeze that number out, in order to call that information, cut and run. You said that he felt that you were desperate to get the store. I didn't. I don't know that. He went from $4,000. You understand why he wanted that? Because he thinks he's going to charge us $2,000 in rent and $2,000 for the equipment rental. Does that make sense?
It does.
We're not going to do that. What we do is sign leases that are commensurate and appropriate for a laundromat. We don't charge any, we don't give any extra monetary exchange to these knuckleheads for their failed business that they got. He didn't pay for this laundromat, not a penny.
No.
He went from $4,000 to $3,500 to, I'm going to run it myself in the space of 8 minutes. I don't mince words. It's not that I'm a hard ass or I'm a bad ass or I'm any ass. I'm just saying, okay, run the place. We'll call you in a year. I am not kidding. I want you to set your calendar for 1 year. No joke.
Okay.
I want you to note the conversation, what was said, word for word. These notes in this document are very important. You might be into 2 or 3 laundromats in Alabama in a year and want this as your 4th or 5th store. When that happens, you'll have forgotten what was said. So make sure verbatim you are taking the notes in reference to what happened with Wadir.
Gotcha.
The guy speaks at least 2 languages. He's an international dude. God bless him. I have the utmost respect for him and you and my place in all of this. Don't talk to the landlord. You didn't do anything wrong. It just makes it very difficult for me to do this job when you've communicated with him. You don't need to gain entrance. You don't need to look inside and see. Everything that we need to know can be seen through the glass.
Okay.
For future reference. 1 year from now, this store will probably still be vacant, or this landlord will have found his $4,000 a month in rent, and that poor slovenly operator will have failed. I don't have a crystal ball, but I've seen this happen plenty.